Hello, it is Sunday the 16th, no, wait there, yeah, the 16th of Feb. I would like to come on, there's a date on here, 15th of the 2nd, 20. Yesterday we purchased the filter machine, so I'd like to do a live review of this branded filter machine, and I'd like to see the live results of the filtration of tap water. So I will be live later with another cast about the stars and the luminaries, but we're going to do a quick or maybe 15-minute review of that, what I purchased from a high street yesterday. The idea is to cut down on saving cut down on the buying of plastic bottles. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here live and direct. That's the unit itself. I've set it up yesterday. I'm not going to go through the running of it. You know me and the water, we like to see what go on. So this is a 24-hour Brita filter machine. I've reset that so it's timed on for a month. Not that you can see it. It is empty at the moment. There is the internal bit that you fill here, and then there is the unit there that holds the water once it drips out. So we have that filter in there, and this is to go alongside the other video. So that sits like that. I'll just get on to the council wine, and we'll do some tests. If you've not seen these before and you're interested, I'll do some live tests for you. So we just got to fill that up like so, hababooey, and then I'm going to put you over here to watch it so it's all in one shot. Okay, yeah, put you here, we'll watch that. Okay, don't fall over, my stand seems to be a wee bit wobbly. And while I've got that doing, I'm just going to do a test of the tap water itself. So that's your tap water getting filtered by the major high street brand, German I believe, quality and design, Brita. And then I've got some TDS machine here to test the chemical and particulate content. So it's got a graph on the back there that we're going to test that with. As that is dripping, we're going to go back to the tap, and I will get you the results for the TDS straight from the tap. So we'll leave that there. Come with me. Okay, yeah. Let's put you. My stand seems to have given up the ghost, but that's good enough. All right then. So put you there. What it looks like inside. It's got two little electronic metal prongs that will detect, or is it three, a white one first and then two metal ones. So we turn it on, comes on green on parts per million, 0, and you press mode down here and it will give you chemical content. Then it tells you the temperature in centigrade, Fahrenheit, and back to parts per million. So that's what I've just taken out of the tap straight from the council wine, and we test that. Okay, straight off, and it will flash when it's set. So this is without the filter. I would like to get the readings. I'm going to get a bit of paper and a pen. All right, so we remember 160 parts per million. Yeah, 340 chemical content. Come on, it won't focus for you, but I'm sure you can. Yeah, very, very bad. There you go, 340. Temperature, centigrade, 16.6. Fahrenheit, 160 and 340. That's from your council wine, straight from there. 160 and 340. Let me write that down. That's still draining, and it's less than 24 hours old, so it's brand new. 160 and 340. What? Put it on here. 160, 340. So this would be cheaper than distilling, boiling, collecting, but I don't know if it's going to be as effective. So if you have used these before and you are a filter user, and it isn't this brand that I'm happening to have found yesterday, they were £10.50 each, retailing, so two was very, very cheap, £21 I believe, yes. Yeah, so it's a bit like watching paint dry, isn't it, Scribes? Is it real snow? What, Jerry? Is it real snow? TDS at start said 230 ppm, after ran through it said 100 ppm, but it don't remove chems, I'm sure. Okay, who was that, Jerry? Thank you for that, brother. Dave, distill some water, then drop one speck of pink Himalayan salt into it. It's above 1000. TDS means nothing but my opinion. Of course, yes, I know about salts and minerals and distilled water. You need to do that to get your mineral fly. I'm fully aware of that, but I'm not going to affect the experiment by adding now. I just want to, please let me tell you, show you how effective a Brita filter is for your tap water. You know, I'm just sticking to the thread, but you're right, to get your mineral content up after distilling, you would need to add some kind of a mineral content, such as salt, Himalayan, you've said pink, Celtic, Scottish, I believe as well, isn't there? And whatever your pleasure. So yeah, we'll reset my meter there. I have got another machine that just reads the pH, that's your pH counter, but that's not essential at the minute. I'm just going to use the TDS for the parts per million and the chemicals. So if you've never used a filter and you've been thinking of one, here we go, some information for you. If you have been filtering and you've got a nice clean filter, then let me know what you use. We're here to get the cheapest and best quality water. It is very important. So let me just see if we can speed this up a wee bit. That's the kettle full. Yes, we can. Take stay there, tube vibrations. That's right. Take that away. Yeah, that's all I want, this one. And then I'll get a cup from behind. It hasn't had any water in it, it's more or less should be uncontaminated. Alright then, back to 0. And then straight from the tap we had content of 160 and 340. So 160 parts per million it was. Let me get it to the ppm. ppm is there. Drum roll please. Oh, red, not good. That's flash, so it's red. It's finished reading. We have a reading of 120. So a reduction of filtering of 40 units then. 120 parts per million. Chemical content has been down to 255. So from 340, it's taken a third off, hasn't it? Nearly 100. Just under 100, 340, 255, a remainder of 15 from the 14 addition 15. Got your temperature, Celsius 18, 64 Fahrenheit, 120, which was 160 initially, and then 255. So what you're saying to me now is, what if we put it through again? Would it get any less if you do a double cycle, Dave? Can you double cycle it, and would that render it even cleaner? Who knows? I haven't got an empty jug to cycle it into. Everything's full now, so just bear with. We're get one. Anything for YouTube, anything for the tube. There we go. Go gadget. So we'll go for a second cycle through, and we'll see what the figures are there. All right, and then that's it. That's your lot. That's your water magic for today. And it's governed on how many times you use it. It's got an LCD guide at the top, which tells you on the lid of the jug dispenser how long the filter has been present. So they have a 30-day time period on them, or so many litres. But I'd be keen to know what's inside that filter, what element active filter it's using, and see if we can improve on that ourselves. You need to be careful when you fit them and get them the right way around, because as you can see here, the water sits on top. It feeds through here, and there's a gap, and then it drops, it connects to and comes out the center middle into the bottom of this plate, and then feeds in here. So I do like that little bubble that pops down there just adjacent, doing a little dance as it fills in. It's quite mesmerizing. Yes, Dave, we've still got Chester. He's on form, he's being used, Fly, thank you. And we're gansing it up, putting some gans around that and getting it coppered. Thank you for all those that was present last night. We did have a giggle, didn't we? Like a little girls' night out. Thank you, Kev. Thank you all for choosing to ride with Dave and Kev. That was time flew. I think we accomplished what we needed to. We had a laugh as well, so thank you for that. That was a rib tickler. And I'll be back later. I've got some information to bring to you if you're looking to watch the stars. Then yeah, we've got some planets appearing on your horizon very soon. 16th and 17th, Mercury, Saturn, Mars, I believe. That will ding dang do. What we can do here is I will empty this one with the first cycle. Alright, in fact I'll get a fresh glass if that's possible. There we go, I've got another one. I've got another fresh glass with a pink lid in. I don't want that. Yeah. Yanka, what have you done? There we go. Right. There we go. Let me just see if I can just, yeah, that's all we want. Not sitting here for the entire run. You just get what we need to test. Patience, David. Yes, I know. I will improve on it. That's your second filter through. All right, so I didn't put down, I think it was 140, wasn't it? 120, 40 less, and then 255. Yeah, 120 and 255 if you recall my scribes. The second filter, it was from the tap, 160 versus 340. First filter went down 120 to 255. The second filter on it, parts per million, 0. Apologies for the all right, 0 ppm. Let's see what she says. Once it's stabilized, there we go, finalize reading. Okay, so a second filter gives you 109 parts per million versus, can you see that? Is that good? There you go, 109. Bravo. And then 231 chemical. It's 255 before, so it's got a limitation, this filter then obviously. So 231, 255, reduction of 30, 40, 50. So 24 has come out on the chemical side, and from 120 to 109, 11. So it's quite poor I'd like to see others that have got a £5. These are from eBay, £5 with free shipping. So if you could invest in one of these TDS, the model number I've got here, I'll read it here. Model Yankee Lima TD S2-A, and then it tells you on there your grid, TDS in parts per million, ppm 0, ideal drinking water, and then it's got 50. We've got some light in here, Dave. That's not going to do much. Yeah, it's got 50 carbon filter, and it's got 100. That's what your hard water content would be. Marginally exceptionable 200, 300, 400 and 500. So yeah, they're quite good to have just around the house. So you get these and you don't actually know if they're doing anything they should be, otherwise they're illegal to sell under the advertising, false advertising. Yeah, so they do something, but they don't 100% filter all of the nasties out, and even a second rinse run cycle will only reduce slightly more. So we started off with 160 parts per million. We ended up, after 2 rinses cycles through the filter, at 109. So 60 minus 9, that's not hard to work out, is it? Is what? 51 remaining. 51 and 9 is 60. So it took 51. We had 160, it's took 51, so that's less than a third, just under a third of the pie has gone from the parts per million. That's your particulate count, your tiny mineral content. So there's mineral content in there that's very small, and it's 109 parts per million's worth, and that filter is unable to take it out, because on a second cycle it went from 120 to 109, from 160 on the first run to 120. So the first run it took out 40 parts per million, 160 to 120. On the second run it took out 11 parts per million. So it shows you there's a level in that of which it filters, and that's it. So there must be a higher grade level from Brita, a more durable one, or 100% one. We're talking German quality and design, are we? Well, I'm not slating you. I just thought you'd be able to provide a better quality of water. I'm trying to clean up the poison tap water without buying bottles, saving Gaia and pence money and everything. Boiling water is great, but that also takes precious energy. 340 chemical content, reduced to 255 on the first cycle and filter, and then on the second one we had it down to 231. So 340 to 255. Yeah, that's an over of 15. So we lost 85 measurement there, 85 units of chemical, and then we've gone from 255 to 231. Negligible second rinse round. So there's limitations on that, and it will only go so far. And it says here yeah, plus it needs some more work. It says matrix flow technology, and then you've got all of the breakdowns and stuff and the benefits of it there. Let's see what the benefits proclaimed are by Brita here. The filter solution that optimizes your drinking water, coffee, tea and cooking. It's written in French and German. Ideal for cooking and healthy food. Yes, it is a little bit more. It's not that ideal. Not really. It takes a third off when you're buying this and you want to clean a third of your water. And that's what you can do. And I've tested that live and direct. So I'd like you to comparably do the same type of tests. Let me know about filters and how we can prolong our life of our kidneys and livers and inner organs without having to get kidney and gallstones and other such things, heavy metals in our tracks. And the distilling is great, but it uses a far more energy, resources there, and these electric meters already chew up more than enough. And so I just want to go through this filter in there. We may be able to take them apart and modify them and refill them, like the carbon filters for the grow houses, and how they can get refilled, and we'll see if we can improve on the content of that. But bearing in mind you are putting water in and you're going to be wanting to drink it. It needs to be food grade. That's why I say charcoal. Ideas please, scribes, let me know. But overall That cleans a third of your water, even with 2 cycles. Yeah, it was only £10.50. It's a bottom range model, so we got 2 and we thought they'll last well, but I'm a bit disappointed, to be fair. If I've done something wrong and you know, where you can point me out in that, then please let me know. When we got this and we opened it, we did submerge the whole filter in water, so it bubbled out and got filled. And then when I opened it, we filled that, let it run through, chucked it away, filled it again, let it run through, chucked it away, filled it again, and let it run through. And I had a drink and thought, a little bit better, not massively. Comments, feedback. Cost me 50 cents to distill 4 or 5 litres. Yeah, that's a lot, you see. It's a bit, it all adds up, doesn't it, Jerry? Baking soda. Or is it baking soda? Is that the good one? Is that the one with that aluminium? I always have to think about that for a minute. You got baking soda. Is that the good one, Fly? Charcoal, then baking soda to clean teeth. Works great. Thank you, Benjamin. Source of knowledge there. Can slip through process to remove different, but great test for peeps to see, brother. Thank you. You're welcome, G. Steve, stick to the thread. Next soon, Steve. Steve, your time will come, but not now. Upside down. Capital idea, capital gains, Capitol Hill, capital T, but not yet. Thank you. Fly, you started it, plain T. Kent was magical. Benjamin, stop it. Oh, Kev was magical. He's such a ledge, isn't he? Bless his little cotton socks. Nothing more more important than water. Well said, Fly. Agreed. The filter in so it filters out the crap when you shower. Steve, I like that. Yeah, because if you think about it, you shower, heating up the water, steaming and the chemicals, and you're breathing that into your lungs and as atomized steam. Remember the 4 states of matter, so you've got your gaseous state of water with the hydrochloride and other such things in. Then yeah, if you filter it out when it steams, then I can see the added bonus of that. It seems a bit anal, but not to me. Kudos. Aqua, Optima, water filter, others are available. Thank you, Steve. Yeah, have you tested it? We got any videos on your channel? Have you got anything to substance over the phone, please, my man? Yeah. The chlorine pestle. Yeah, I think this one's a bit like an entry level nursery. In fact, you wouldn't even give it nursery. You need better for the little ones. Don't eat yellow snow. Thank you, Steve. We don't. No, I'm 42, I think now. Yeah, and I've learnt that. I learnt that the hard way. That's not lemon snow. All right, bless you. We'll be back later. I got some. We'll go political. It'll just be me. All right, this evening about 9:30ish or something. Take note. We'll be back with a little cast for you. All right, to do with the stars and the luminaries, and we'll see where we end up. So, thank you for that. Thank you, Brita. I'm looking for better filters, if you don't mind. And yes, I expected, as many of you may do that haven't tested, that it would get near enough 100% and sort it right out. But there you go. You get what you pay for, £10.50. You know, enough said. Much love, scribes. Ciao for now.